What is going on, beautiful people? I hope you are having a fantastic day. Welcome back to another episode of the Thrive Forever Fit Show. As always, I'm grateful for you. I'm pumped that you're here. And the fact that you spend your time listening to me rant and rave is unbelievably amazing to me. And I couldn't be more grateful for it. Secondarily, this podcast is sponsored by a brand new product that I have just released to the market. It's called Elite Collagen. If you're not taking a collagen product, then you just don't care about your healthy skin, your healthy hair, your healthy nails, your joints, your cardiovascular health, just your overall body wellness. Collagen is an amazing product that is going to help with everything. And listen, I mean, you're exposed to a lot of elements. Why not internally fortify your system with a beautiful collagen? But here's the situation. Some of you guys are no, hey, bud, I'm already taking a collagen. Appreciate you. Got you. I got bad news. The problem is this. Most collagen powders are just that. They're powdered collagens, and they're made from bovine, which is cows, or porcine, which is pigs' skin. Have you ever seen a cow's skin or a pig's skin? Some of them are plant derived. We won't even get into those. The collagen, it's not even really a collagen product. It's a makeup of stuff that tries to become collagen. But if you're taking a collagen powder, one of those big hefty collagen, gross, chalky, whatever it is, just know that it's coming from skin of cows and pigs. And of course they wash them. But if you've ever been at a pig farm or a cow farm, not the most savory of things. My collagen is a marine-based collagen. And here's the big thing. Forget all the other shit I've already said. Here's the differentiation between mine and the one you're already taking. Mine is half a tablespoon every day. It's a delicious chocolate mint flavor. And here's the big stuff. Here's the real deal. Here's what nobody's telling you. The powdered collagens get broken down inside of the gastrointestinal stomach, inside of the stomach. That's not where collagen gets absorbed. Collagen actually gets absorbed and has a higher efficacious benefit if it's absorbed in the small intestine. Well, see, mine passes through the stomach based on a beautiful collection of polymers and a collection of these peptides. If you heard that, that's just Rudy taking a sneeze. He likes to be introduced in some of these podcasts, and I didn't give him a proper shout out. But my collagen actually passes through the stomach and gets digested inside of the small intestine, which is where all the magic happens. Your powdered product's not even making it there. So you're getting very minimal, if any, efficacious effects from drinking that chalky, gross tasting powder product. So if you're interested, just go to thriveforeverfit.com, go to my store. You'll see Elite Collagen on there. You can pop me a note. I'll give you all the details. It is unbelievably amazing. I've been taking it for a while because I've been testing it and creating it and everything. Guys, it is revolutionary and it is unbelievable. I can't wait for you to try it. Elite Collagen. Go grab yourself some today. Take care of your skin. You are absolutely going to love this podcast unless you are some kind of crazy psychopath that does not believe in happiness and doesn't love abundance and just doesn't want to have a little bit of fun. I feel like we need a little bit of awesomeness today. And so today I'm going to talk about 10 life lessons that I use to help myself create happiness. And notice I said create happiness. I am a giant believer that we get to create the world that we live in, meaning we get to create our own ecosystem. We get to create our happiness. And so these are 10 tools, 10 tips, 10 beliefs, 10 mantras, if you will, 10 life lessons that I use to diminish stress, remove overwhelm, remove anxiety, diminish depression, and just be happy, guys. We deserve it. We need it. So if that's for you, then you're going to absolutely love today's show. Like I said, if you're one of those psychopaths who doesn't like happiness, then maybe today's not for you. Maybe you skip, and we'll get back to some heaviness next week. Number one, stop overthinking everything. Seriously, stop overthinking everything. Your overthinking increases your overwhelm, and it actually just destroys your happiness. I don't know one person that overthinks things, that overanalyzes things, that stresses about anything and everything that is ultimately happy. You've got to just be in the most, see things as they are and not worse than they are. I think oftentimes we get caught up in this vicious cycle of the what ifs. Well, what if this happens? Well, what if this happens? Well, what if this happens? What if you just shifted that? What if you just changed that perspective to, and listen, if you still want to use the what if, I'm down. But what if we change the what if to what if something amazing happened? What if something awesome happened? What if something happened that brought me unbelievable happiness and abundance? What if you started thinking that way? Because here's the truth. All of those what ifs that you've thought about your entire life, 99.9% of them have never come true. But yet you continue to do it. You continue to overwhelm yourself. So just stop overthinking. That's lesson number one. Lesson number two kind of goes right along with that. It's be present. Be present. The past is over. The future is not promised. And here's something I always tell myself. Whenever I feel myself getting a little bit out of alignment, getting a little bit too far in the future, or maybe looking a little bit too far in the past, I tell myself, Jay, be where your feet are. And that brings me back to baseline. It brings me back to my homeostasis, my equanimity. Be where your feet are. So use that. Tell yourself that. Talk to yourself. If you feel yourself not being in the moment, and I'm going to give you a good example. I have been walking like a madman. I feel like the Forrest Gump of walking right now. I'm doing 2 walks a day. Yesterday, I did over 10 miles. And when I first started, I would find myself, my mind would be wandering. I'd be thinking about problems. How do I solve this? How do I do that? How do I fix this? Like, I'm a fixer. I'm a fixer by nature. If there's a problem, Jay has a solution for it. And what I noticed that I was missing the moment. I was missing the road runners that are all over where I walk. I was missing the lizards running across the street. I was missing the hummingbirds that were trying to talk to me. I was missing the beautiful flowers. I was missing the sunshine on my face, the wind, the birds chirping, the noises. I was missing all that because I wasn't where my feet were. And so what I've forced myself to do, and now it's become really easy and natural, is when I'm on my walks, I'm just present. I'm observing, I'm connecting with the energy of nature. And that doesn't mean that I don't think about things. Actually, I'm actually getting more clarity because I'm present. Because when I get a thought, it's not coming from a place of overwhelm. It's not coming from a place of overthinking, like I talked about in number one. It's coming from a place of being connected. And when you're connected, you can communicate with yourself, with nature, with everything. So number two is be present, be where your feet are. Number three, this is something you got to know, something I tell myself, you are enough. It's simple, right? Number three, you are enough. I think oftentimes we get caught up in this world of comparison. Like, I've got to be something that I'm not. I've got to be something I saw on social media. I've got to be something that somebody else thinks I should be. I've got to be something somebody else wants me to be. The truth is, you're enough. You have everything inside of you already. You have everything inside of you already. Being you, being naturally and organically you, is perfect. It's enough. It's plenty. Now, if you want to make some changes, right? If you're like me, I'm very driven. I'm very focused on being better, right? And so I can be enough and still want more, right? So I don't get those two things confused. I don't think being enough means I need to be complacent. Being enough doesn't mean I get to be lazy. Being enough doesn't mean I get to make excuses. Being enough just means that I am a individually perfect human in the way that I was created. And I don't mean perfect in the sense of I'm better than anyone or you're better than anyone. I mean, you're perfect just the way you are. Your teeth, your eyes, your hair, your skin, how tall you are, everything. Now, if there's things you want to change about yourself, then that's all within inside of you as well. You don't need outside sources. You don't need outside belief systems. You've got everything inside of you. Now, you might need to work on some things. I'm consistently trying to work on my mindset. I'm consistently trying to elevate my mindset. I'm consistently trying to get more emotionally intelligent. I'm consistently trying to get more physically fit. I'm consistently trying to be more nutritionally sound. I'm consistently working on things, but guess what? All of those things that I need to work on are already in me. I was born with them. and so were you. And so go inside. Stop looking outside for validations. Stop looking outside for justifications that you've done enough, you are enough, right? Stop comparing yourself to other people. The only person that you ever need to compare yourself is to you. If you desire to be better than you are today, then you're simply just comparing yourself to who you were yesterday. And that's a safe comparison because it's all internal, right? It's all connected. But stop comparing yourself to people's highlight reels or things you see on TV or the internet or whatever it is, guys. It's like you're enough. Remind yourself of that. That's number 3. Number 4 is this. The only way that you can fail is if you quit. That's it. That's the only way you can fail. There's no such thing as failure unless you quit. And all you have to do is keep stepping forward. And here's the secret. Baby steps are okay. Baby steps are perfect sometimes. Sometimes I baby step my way through the day. It's not always about taking these giant monumental strides. Sometimes the baby step is all you can muster. But as long as you muster that, as long as you do that, then you're not failing, right? See, life is not linear. Success doesn't happen overnight. There's no such thing as the overnight success, right? And so understand that the only way, remember that I'm saying that, I want you to emphasize that the only way you can fail, the only way you can lose is if you quit. And don't quit on yourself. You're worth it. I promise you're worth it. Remember, number 3, you're enough, right? And if you're enough and you're worth it, then you'll never quit on yourself. Just keep stepping forward. And remember, it's okay to baby step your way some days. Some days it's all you got, but know that it's good enough. Number 5, here's something I believe. I believe deliberate acts of kindness make the world a better place. The best thing you can do, one of the best pieces of advice that I've ever gotten was when you feel helpless is to get helpful. I want to say that again. When you feel helpless, when you feel overwhelmed, when you feel like you just can't seem to get it together, the best thing you can do is go help somebody else. Because you know what that'll do? That'll immediately pull you out of that helplessness. And so I don't like the word random acts of kindness because there's really nothing random about it. I believe in deliberate acts of kindness. I'm looking for, right? I'm looking for ways to make other people's lives better. Guys, if you want to get happy, help somebody else get happy. I promise you, it's an unbelievable tool. It's an unbelievable gift. And it's at your disposal 24/7, 365. You can consistently try to make other people happy, right? Deliberate acts of kindness make the world a better place. They make everybody feel better, including you. Number 6, if you've read any of my books, you know this is a theme that I live by, and it's that thoughts become things, right? Make sure you're surrounding yourself with positive and powerful messages. Now, I could go on about this one for hours and hours and hours, but thoughts become things. Your thoughts become your words and your actions. And your words and your actions create you. They create your personality. They create how you're perceived in the world. And when you're thinking negatively, how do you think you're going to speak? How do you think you're going to act? Conversely, when you're thinking positively, when you're thinking powerfully, when you're thinking in abundance, how do you think you're going to speak and how do you think you're going to act? Right? And then one of the keys to this is make sure you're auditing your inputs. Make sure you're auditing what's coming into these ears and into these eyes, because what comes into the ears and into the eyes comes out of the mouth. And if you're ingesting negativity, if you're ingesting drama, if you're ingesting chaos, if you're ingesting overwhelm, anxiety, depression, the sky is falling, woe is me, oh my God, I can't believe this. How do you think your life is going to unfold in front of you? It is going to unfold based on the same things that you've ingested. It's why you have to audit your inputs. And I'm not just talking about audible radio and visual TV and audible TV. I am talking about those things. I think you should stop watching the news immediately. I think you should stop reading the newspaper immediately. But I also think that you should audit your surroundings. Who are you spending the most time with? And when you spend time with people, how does it make you feel? Do you feel better or do you feel worse? Do you feel energized or do you feel depleted? If you're hanging around people that make you feel depleted, then you've got to make some adjustments to the people you are hanging around with and associating with. You've got to get yourself around people that make you feel powerful, that make you feel energized, that make you feel like you're capable of anything and everything. So surround yourself with positivity and power. Number 7 is this. Kind of goes right along with number 5. Words matter. Words matter. Make sure you're speaking with abundance. Make sure your attitude is that of abundance and awesomeness, and be kind to every single person that you come in contact with. And this includes yourself. I'm going to give you a little bit of an example here. Most of the people that I know that aren't kind to other people, that speak poorly about and to other people, are also very unkind to themselves. They may surface level look like they're confident and they have it all together, but they're not. I don't know anybody who uses words of hurt that is not hurt themselves. You know, I've got a saying that I use all the time. It's that hurt people, right? Hurt people use language, use words that hurt because they're hurt inside. And so here's what I need you to do. Here's what I want to make sure we do, is we understand that words matter. We make sure that we speak with an abundance attitude, an abundance vocabulary, and that we're so kind to anybody and everybody, people we don't know. It's imperative and important that you be kind to anybody. I don't care if it's the CEO or the janitor. I don't care who it is, the waiter, the cook, the person at the grocery store. Let me give you a little grocery store example. This has just got me blown away and I just can't stop thinking about it. I know you guys get tired of my same old stories, but I'm going to tell one anyway. Every Friday, Lori and I go for a date walk, and then we go to the grocery store. We actually went to 3 grocery stores this last Friday. And at Gelson's in Rancho Mirage, I'm there every Friday morning. There's very few people in the store. You kind of know everybody because we've been doing this for a couple of years now. And Wade, one of the guys who does the bagging when you're checking out, love Wade. So what I usually do is I have 2 bags. I have a cold bag and a hot bag. And I'll usually say, Wade, what do you want today? You want hot or cold? And he'll take hot and I'll take cold, and we kind of double team the bagging. And it's just kind of fun. And we just kind of banter back and forth with each other. I'll throw stuff at him and vice versa. Just an awesome, sweet dude. Well, this Friday, I didn't have very much. I only had 1 bag. It was just like it was a very quick trip and there wasn't a lot of food. And so Wade kind of bagged it himself and I was getting ready to pay. And it was like, it came to something, and it was like in 50 cents. And so Lori always has like change in her shorts, because when she's walking, she finds change. She's like the change genie or whatever. And so she usually has change in her shorts. And I said, hey babe, you got 50 cents in your shorts. And she pulled out her shorts and she was counting it out. And she had 43 cents. And all of a sudden Wade pulls out 50 cents and slams it on the counter. He says, I got it. And I just thought that was so cool. And I just thought that was so awesome of him to do. And I think it was because every time we go into the store, I treat Wade as if he owns the place. And I make sure I go out of my way to find him and talk to him and whatever. And it gave me goosebumps that he gave me 50 cents. It sounds really minute and irrelevant and whatever. And I'm like, now I'm thinking like, I'm going to get Wade a thank you card. I'm going to get him like a $25 like Starbucks thing to give to him. And like, I'm so blown away at his kindness that I can't wait to do something for him. Right. And it goes back to the whole reciprocity thing. It goes back to like, I wasn't helpless in that situation, right? I had $1. I just didn't want the change because I didn't want change in my pocket. So I'm like, hey babe, give me 50 cents and blah, blah, blah. And Wade was like, nah, 50 cents on me. And I just thought it was the coolest act of kindness, right? And it wasn't words. It was non-spoken words of like, thank you, dude, for always treating me with like respect and being my friend and saying hello to me and thank you and like all that stuff. And it just meant the world to me. And now I cannot wait. Like I got goosebumps right now. I can't wait to do something nice for Wade. Like I can't wait because I'm so blown away by his kindness to me that it just makes me, and that's how the world goes round. You know what I mean? Like think about that. Think about if we all just started doing that. Like we all just started connecting in that way where it was like, who cares who it is? Like if somebody says, hey, I need 50 cents, and it's like everybody was reaching in their pockets for 50 cents, right? Or no matter what it was, like helping somebody to, God, it could be anything, guys, but just think about the world. If it was, I know I'm off on a tangent, but I'm so blown away by his generosity and kindness. And it was 50 cents, man, but it meant the world to me, not from the value of it, but from the gesture of it. Like so cool. Because he could have looked at me and been like, dude, you don't need that. I mean, look at you have plenty of money. He never thought about that. He just said, listen, this dude's like cool to me. And here's 50 cents on me, man. Like I said, I'm so blown away by it. I've been talking about it for 3 days. People that are around me are like, who is Wade? Like I got people going to Gelson's to meet Wade now. I mean, that's how awesome I love this dude. He's so cool. So guys, think about that, man. Words matter, your actions matter, your thoughts matter, everything matters. Number 8. I mean, number 8 is kind of like what I just got through talking about. Like this was what Wade did. It's like number 8 is this: lead with love in all your interactions. Love is the only, I'm going to say it really loud. Love is the only way that we can all heal and that we all win and that we all come together. I mean, you know what I'm talking about? I just gave the story about Wade. Wade doesn't know anything about me. I don't know anything about Wade. I don't know if he's a Republican. I don't know if he's a Democrat. I don't know if he's an independent. I don't know what he believes about guns. I don't know what he believes about abortion. I don't know what he believes about crime. I don't know what he believes about the president. I don't know what he believes about anything, and I don't give a shit. Because you know what he believes in? He believes in love. He believes in being an awesome freaking dude. And that's what I believe in. And that's why I can connect with that dude. And I give 2 shits what his belief systems are. And that's what we got to kind of get away from, is like, we're so caught up in, well, what does that person believe? Who does that person like? What does this person think? Who did you vote for? Did you get this? I didn't get that. I don't believe in this. I don't believe in that. You know what I believe in? I believe in just love, man. I believe if we just get humanistic, like I'm team human, I'm team love. If we all got there, holy shit, man, what would we be capable of? Like, what would the world look like if we all got there, right? Lead with love in all your interactions. Yeah, it would be pretty radically cool, I think, man. I keep praying and I keep trying to be that, and I'm going to keep trying to be that. Guess what would happen if you started being that? Everybody listening to this podcast, what if we all made the decision right now? I don't care what you believe in. If you're team human and your team love, I got your back. What if we all did that? I know for some of you, it'd be more of a challenge than it would be for others, but what if you just tried it? Like, what if you just tried it? I think that could, man, I gotta tell you what, man, I might be naive, but I think that could really go a long way. Like I'd love to see somebody run for president and say, I'm not anything. I am team human. I'm all about love. I'm all about respect. I'm all about honor. I'm all about loyalty. I'm all about making the world and making each other better. Zero agendas. I know that's pie in the sky. I'm riding unicorns again, but God, I love that, man. You talk about like, I mean, I would be so pumped. Right now, I'm not pumped, if you know what I'm talking about. Like we're in a sitch, right? But then I go back and I think about Wade. I think about people like that. I'm like, you know what? We're going to be okay, brother. Because I love you. You know, don't give a shit. Pretty awesome. Leave with love in all your interactions, guys. Number 9, leave every person, place, and situation better than you found it. This is one of my like just centralized themes of how I like to live my life. I don't care where I'm going. I don't care if I'm going to the grocery store. I don't care if I'm going to the gym, the post office, or a restaurant, wherever it is. My goal and my mission is to leave every person, place, and situation better than I found it. Think about that. What if that was your goal? What if today, just today, I don't want to put too much pressure on you. You left every situation, every person, every place better than you found it. What would that look like? What would that feel like? It'd be pretty awesome. That means you leave everybody in a better. Remember I talked about earlier? Do people deplete you or do they energize you? You left every person more energized. You left every place a little cleaner than you found it. You left every situation a little better than you found it. You contributed a little bit, right? You gave, you got helpful. I mean, I'm telling you, that'd be pretty cool, man. Life lessons that'll make you so much happier, right? And here's the key. Don't be focused on what everybody else is doing. See, that's the thing. I'm not concerned with what everybody else is doing. I'm going to leave every person, place, and situation better than I found it regardless. I'm going to lead with love regardless. You can be downright mean to me and I will just love you back. I won't retaliate. I won't act out. I won't say a word. I will probably love you harder. And that's how we all got to get to. Number 10. And this is a big one because it's got the R word in it, and the R word is a big one, but I'm gonna try it on you guys. All right. This is one of my core values. You are responsible. There's that big one, right? Because right now we're not really taking a whole lot of personal responsibility, and we got to start, right? Team human, team love. That's where you got to be responsible. You are responsible for the energy, the attitude that you bring into every room you enter. Every room. It doesn't matter what the room is. If you walk into a room full of people that you know cannot stand you, you are still responsible to lead with love. You're still responsible to leave that place, leave those people, leave that situation better than you found it. You're still responsible for your words. You're still responsible for your thoughts. You're still responsible to be kind. You're still responsible to be present in the moment. And the key to that goes back to all the way to number 1 is don't overthink it. Be you. And if you're team human and your team love, it's so simple. It doesn't matter what anybody else is thinking or doing or being or anything. You're consistently trying to find a way to make that situation better than you found it. And it's all predicated on the energy that you walk into that room with. So what I want you to do is before you walk into every room today, I want you to take a deep breath and say, I'm going to leave this place. I'm going to leave these people. I'm going to leave this meeting, this situation, this interaction better than how I found it. Guys, if you'll do these 10 things, my promise to you is this: happiness and abundance will be at your feet. It'll be you can't be unhappy if you're living this life. If you're following these 10 and guys, everything I talked about today, these 10 ideas, thoughts, perspectives, they're not challenging. They're actually pretty simple, right? I would write these down and print them out. And if you start just thinking about them every single day, walking through the 10, I tell you what, man, life is going to get exponentially happier and some of you guys are saying, dude, I'm already happy, bro. Here, let me tell you this. You can get happier. Put something in the bank, right? Put some happiness in the bank. Like I got happiness stored up in here. So when I need it, I can go get it. I can create it. All right? So create happiness for yourself. And the best and easiest way to do that is follow these 10 easy life lessons. Guys, here's what I know. You deserve to be happy. The next thing I know is that you've got to choose happiness. You've got to create happiness. You've got to decide that happiness is important to you. And these 10 steps, I don't know anybody who's happy that doesn't live this way. I know a lot of people who are unhappy who aren't following these life lessons. And if they would simply just follow them, life would get so much easier and so much better and so much more abundant for them. And I want abundance for you. I want happiness for you. I want love for you. How about team human, right? Let's go that route. Let's go team human, hardcore, love each other, just be awesome. We can disagree, normal, but I can still love the shit out of you, even if we do. Pretty rad, right? All right, guys, you know what? You know the deal. Be cool, be kind to yourself, be awesome to each other. I'll see you next week with another episode. Love you guys. Bye. Hey, before you go, I'd just like to say thank you again for listening to the Thrive Forever Fit podcast and watching on YouTube. It means the absolute world to me. And if you would do me one favor, and that is simply subscribe and review this podcast on whatever platform it is that you enjoy it on, YouTube, Apple, Spotify, doesn't matter. I would absolutely be so grateful and so thankful if you do that for me. Thanks again for listening, and I'll see you again next week with an awesome, awesome episode. Bye.